Ooh.
Oh, no.
Nice shield.
She's so cool.
The way that she makes multiple portals to shoot Vortrox is cool.
That's awesome. Are you even waiting?
Oh.
Wow.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is my beautiful wife, Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 19 of Frieren, Well-Laid Plans.
Well, we left off last episode in the middle of the first class mage exam with Frieren and her party of two bickering, potentially will they, won't they relationships. And then Fern with the killer of the mages. What are your thoughts before we jump into this episode?
I'm really looking forward to seeing Frieren and Fern's strategy in an academic setting.
We'll have to see, but if you're excited for more episodes of Frieren, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below for episodes coming every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see the rest of the series right now, these episodes are all posted to Patreon in their extended full-length form. Make sure to check out the Patreon link in the description below to see the entirety of Frieren and the next series we're watching and all the other series we're watching right now. All right, are we excited for episode 19 of Frieren?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
There, see? I knew you could do it.
Yeah, whatever. Lavina's rough around the edges.
Snuggling.
But she somehow always pulls me along.
Tomorrow, we're finally going to fight our first dragon. You're shaking, Eisen. Don't tell me you're scared.
He's always scared.
It would be natural to be scared of a dragon.
You are?
Deeply.
I know how you feel. I'm scared too.
How motivational.
My plan was to mimic other adventurers and inspire you with a speech. I'm sorry. It doesn't seem to have worked.
Don't say that. I feel far less nervous. Be yourself. It's you we've followed, Himmel. Every party needs something different. We would choose your voice over a script.
Oh.
Guess you're right.
Apparently Himmel always tops the popularity polls of Frieren.
Of course.
Even though he lived for one episode.
Every party really does need something different.
We finally caught a Stella. Thank goodness.
Wait, they caught it.
All right.
Now
So we're
we can
done.
Take a breath.
Why are you so relaxed?
Even Birdie knows we're only just getting started, right?
Someone take it.
What does
We're a
that
target
mean?
now.
Yeah.
Our new goal is to keep the other parties from taking our Stella.
At last, time to spill blood.
You are messed up,
Chill.
girl.
Right then. Let's review everything we've learned from observing the Stella.
Music
Well, we confirmed
always
what you already
supplied.
told us, that they fly faster than the speed of sound.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
How did Fern catch one?
There's no way we could ever dream
I
of
don't know.
chasing one down.
Maybe just caught it at night.
Plus, the little things are tough as dragons, so common attack spells have no effect on them.
Dang.
Most restraints are useless.
My god.
We've seen that they're very sensitive to mana. Even when we've suppressed our power to approach them, they feel us and fly away.
Oh.
A problem far bigger than any of those is that because the Stilla have practically no mana themselves, we don't have anything to try and detect. All that to say, there's no quick way of knowing where they are, or how many there might be.
Yesterday morning, we saw 3. If there aren't any more than that, we could be in trouble.
Even if we defy the odds and find one somehow, we don't have any idea how to catch it.
You can leave that duty to me. After you went to sleep last night, I stayed up and experimented with a spell that might be useful for getting our hands on a Stilla.
Interesting that
Oh,
she's
wow.
not
So that's
sleeping
where you went.
when
Yeah.
she's typically
What
so
kind of
sleepy.
spell is it?
You already know, Kana. It was made for capturing birds. A tribe of hunters developed it long ago, the perfect example of a folk spell.
How do you
In their
know
era,
she knows
magic and
that?
mages were far more common than they are today.
Wait, are we talking
Oh,
about
this
the spell
spell.
you used to save me?
That's
If it's for
what.
capturing
Oh.
birds, why did it work on a monster?
Folk
Bird
magic is
monster.
rather loose, As long as your target resembles a
magic.
bird, the spell should cooperate.
That's interesting.
That's really interesting.
Why didn't you tell us about this before now? If we had known, we could have caught the one that we almost had yesterday.
If only it were as simple as that.
Have to be close.
Hmm.
The spell's range is roughly
Yep.
50
Yeah.
centimeters, so we would have
50 centimeters?
How
But they
close have we
hide
gotten
from
to it so
mana,
far?
so
About 3 meters was the closest.
yeah, that's not
The
gonna
more
work.
concerning part is that we haven't been able to get within 20
They need
before
to
they
s-
picked up on our mana.
They need to spot one and then
Just
send
one
in
piece
Frieren.
away from
Yeah.
solving the puzzle. Catching your Stilla with your magic might not be possible, but could either of you devise a way to stop one?
There are a million ways ice magic could slow down a normal foe, but ours is sensitive to mana and resistant to freezing. I fear it would escape before we could attempt to fix it in place.
If we had access to loads and loads of water, I'm confident we could stop that bird dead in its tracks.
Ah, different thoughts.
An ice
Yes,
ball?
My magic can only control water that's already there. My best
Very
bet would be
Katara.
to find a lake or stream. Of course, mana struggles to penetrate large bodies of water, but I could infuse it with my mana well before we're planning our big move. Then, no matter how much water there is, even if it's scattered like rain, I can manipulate it. Although, I guess instilling the water with mana would definitely make the mana-sensitive Stilla stay
Yeah.
away.
Stay away, huh? You're right. They would stay away.
So they'll
Can
put
we
them in a position to
herd
get them.
them into
Yeah.
her using mana?
Yeah, mana fake out. They move away from
Mana
it. You get to the
sheepdog.
perimeter. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not a bad idea, but we would certainly be taking a risk. If we do this, we'll be picking a fight with all the other teams.
Yeah, but I don't think we could catch one otherwise.
So it's a huge distraction.
Lavina,
They'll give away their
are you
position.
scared?
Yeah.
If you're sure, let's do it already.
By the way, Frieren was written by a woman.
Oh, very cool. Love that.
We're so close. We should lay low and stay hidden until the test is over.
Boo, that's no fun at all. Mages shouldn't tuck themselves away because they're too scared to fight.
They also shouldn't fight because they're too reckless to wait.
Or get shit-faced pre-battle.
Before we do anything, we need
I
water.
think that's just water.
Oh, really?
There's a
Oh,
lake in the
okay.
middle of the testing area. Regardless of what happens next, I'm glad we caught a Stilla so quickly. If we can remain in the shadows until sunset, we'll pass the first test. What now?
I'm afraid it won't be that easy. I thought this gravel was a road at first, but it's actually a dried up riverbed. Unfortunately, this isn't the first one we've come across.
Say, Lon,
Have they
at the
been
very
gathering that
beginning,
water?
They mentioned something about a barrier, didn't they?
Yes, they're standard for these sorts of tests. Physical barriers so
Oh, wow.
strong, not a speck of dust could bleed through.
Oh, so it's stopping
if
the
that's
water?
the case, do they block water too?
Judging by the dryness, I'd guess this barrier was erected over a week ago.
I see. Then most of the water will have collected in the lake in the middle of the basin. We test takers need water to stay active. It's like they're exploiting the fact we're living creatures.
But needing
Damn.
water doesn't necessarily mean gathering around the lake.
You're right. Because we can carry water with us. But the Stilla, which are also living creatures,
Oh,
cannot.
That's a good point.
they need water.
Surely others have realized this. It's safe to assume that they're lying in ambush around the bank as we speak.
That makes sense.
So they probably want to
We've made
stay
our
away to
decision.
protect their
We'll give up
Stella.
on finding water.
Yeah.
I haven't had anything to drink in ages.
We can find a small pond, maybe a puddle.
Would that even be
Oh,
sanitary?
If we boil it, perhaps.
There's no water purification spell? Ooh,
Oh, no, 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 no.
nice shield.
She's so cool.
The way that she makes multiple portals to shoot
Yeah.
Voltrox is cool.
No, that's awesome. All right, you've been waiting.
Whoa.
Wow.
Third class.
Sharf. An air?
Aren't you a thorn in my side? I was shooting to kill, lady. I'm surprised you could react so quickly. Whatever. Just leave the cage with the Stilla inside.
And what if I tell you no?
Well, then I guess we don't have any need for words.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
This Frieren's group making the distraction? Yeah.
That came from the lake.
Yep.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Oh.
Freeze the whole thing?
What?
Well, now there's no liquid water anywhere. God damn.
Damn.
That girl just froze the entire lake.
What sort of a plan could require that?
A seriously unfunny one.
This mana's from a member of the second party. What could they be thinking? These jokers looking to make 50 new enemies?
Animation's crisp. What's about to happen? Oh, big mana expenditure. They're all gonna...
Okay.
Denkin, what should we do?
So they're like flushing the birds, basically.
Trying to melt it now is useless. After such a showy display of magic, the Stilla won't come anywhere near this lake again. At this point, we have no choice but to steal. And if the second party was bold enough to pull this stunt, there is no doubt they will soon have one for the taking.
So this was to push them all away, and Frieren is gonna be waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, and then they stand next to the one remaining area of water, maybe, forcing all the Stilla to go to the water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I say we scatter for now.
Hurry up! We're running out of time!
How foolish they are. If the spell the second party used to freeze the lake didn't scare off the Stilla for good, these paltry efforts to melt it will certainly get the job done. It's safe to say the Stilla won't return.
Ready to go? Yeah, that way.
Those sharp enough to put that together are busy scanning the terrain for other watering holes. But their mana detection is inadequate. They won't be able to handle the airborne threats.
Wow.
The second party went crazy and froze the lake. Are they trying to sabotage the exam?
Sabotage it? No, not at all. This is the second
This guy's
party's
smart.
well-laid plan. And until we can figure out what that plan is, we won't get anywhere. This is the work of monsters. No helping them now.
Damn.
Damn.
Long.
Come on, sir. We should at least take their bodies down.
You can see the beasts, can't you? They're circling above us right
Oh.
now.
Yeah, these are
Oof.
the same
Not
ones.
just one or two of them.
Yeah, I
attacked,
don't
I
think
think.
you can risk it.
They've laid their magic on those corpses. If we tried to move them, they would know we're here. That's the way of the Geisel. They use
Interesting.
the remains of one victim
Oh.
to lure in the
That's fucked up.
This isn't right. Why hold the test in a place with such awful monsters?
Take a guess.
It's like the proctors don't care if the participants get killed.
It's like
This
they're
is
testing
obviously
you.
your first time taking the exam, Malfin. Their reason is rather simple. Anyone who is killed on a stage like this is unqualified to be first class. The Continental Magic Association is keen to uphold the standards of that title. For many of them, the idea of what a mage should be was cemented long ago by the noble few who took down the Demon King's army.
Wait, hold on. Is that a Stilla that just went
Yeah,
over
that
and
just
sat
landed
on
on
its
his-
teacup? That
Mhm.
means he's
He
good at
has
suppressing
no
magic.
mana.
Or suppressing.
Or yeah. Mhm.
Like Frieren.
For many of them, the idea of what a mage should be was cemented long ago by the noble few who took down the Demon King's army.
So they're literally going off of
patience
Frieren's
for
lead.
that outdated school of thought.
That surprises me, Denkin. I thought of all people, you would be the one to take their side.
The quality of a mage is irrelevant. It's more important for first-class mages to be symbols of power than powerful themselves. Strength means nothing if a mage can't act as that symbol. I've seen countless mages far more skilled than myself fall from grace and be persecuted by the same people who once celebrated them.
Wow.
Great power's a thing to be feared, and ruled by fear can only last so long. Neither magic nor strength should be put on a pedestal.
I see now. So, someone as weak as you is perfect for the job.
You would be wise to watch your tongue, whelp. I could beat you to a pulp with my hands restrained and eyes closed.
Oh!
Nice.
Still no luck. The second party is good.
Good at concealing their mana at the very least.
There's been something eerily similar about every watering hole we've come across. Though it's faint, I can sense there was mana poured into this pond.
I can't pick up on anything. Strange. Can you?
Not even a little.
Wow.
Just what could they be up to?
There's such a small amount of mana here that I highly doubt even the caster could successfully detect it. But the Stille could sense it without difficulty. They won't be coming near this water
So it's
again.
just like poisoning the water to them.
There must be an untouched watering hole somewhere.
Frieren was at
And
it.
if we can find
Yeah.
that, we will find the second party as well.
But how can we?
I'm going to rest a bit.
Dankin.
The testing area is enormous. It would be impossible to find a mage who truly doesn't want to be found. Just wait. They'll have to show us where they are soon enough.
I think I finally did it! I poured mana into every pond I could find. I guess there could be other ones we don't know about, though.
Limiting the watering holes the Stille can use should be enough for our plan to work. So all that's left to do now is wait for one to come and get a drink.
You gonna suppress it even further? Yeah. There's no
Wow.
mana
The
there.
idea that mana was something a mage could completely turn off.
No, not completely. Even the slightest movement causes some mana to eke out. Sense it?
Not at all, actually. Kana and I will stand watch,
Her and the guy have equal levels of mana understanding.
provided she can handle that.
Maybe
Oh,
not
shut
equal.
up. If it rained, I could take down just about anybody.
If it rained,
Oh, little baby.
Cute. A deer squirrel?
I love it.
Adorbs. I need one.
I want to draw that.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, hello.
This thing that attacks things didn't
Yeah.
even notice her. It only does when mana moves, so. So this is probably no time at all to her, you know?
Yeah,
Like
right.
she's good at waiting stuff out, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Is it on her head? Oh,
Aw.
wow. Got it.
Haha. Yay.
That was really cool.
Super cool.
well, Frieren, did you catch
They're gonna
it?
get attacked by that other group?
This was well worth picking a fight with the other parties.
No.
Now we're gonna pass the first test in flying colors!
Okay, they got it.
Or not.
Nobody's getting that.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No, they've been waiting, yeah.
One of their members had to use magic. No mage, no matter how skilled they might be, can fully conceal their mana as they wield it.
See, he can detect
Yeah.
low amounts. She like phased out of there. Did you see that?
Yeah. Whoa.
Well, you're certainly quick. So much for getting away from here.
Now, Jubilata.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Everybody's battling.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm seeing all the
Oh,
magic.
I love all the hex things.
This is so fun.
Yeah.
She keeps backing off.
She was taught by Frieren, and I would run.
Yeah.
Her technique is refined and near seamless, but it's old-fashioned. It feels like I'm fighting my grandfather.
Ordinary offensive and defensive magic? Nothing more than the most basic of spells. Playing things close to the chest, are we?
I was taught from a very young age to only use basic spells during combat.
This philosophy's coming from your master, then.
Yes.
My master's
Said the
better than
basics
yours.
are enough to defeat mages of this era.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good.
Predictable.
Yeah, like I
So
said.
simple, it feels wrong. Like I'm fighting a mage who just learned her first spell.
You're gonna lose, bro.
Okay, a grandpa and also a
You're going to
beginner. Come on.
struggle. If you try to take on verbal with
That's a
this
good point.
technique, you would be dead after the first blow.
That doesn't make any sense. I thought you were the strongest one here. Or was I wrong?
Verbal and his men took on the remnants of the Demon King's army. He's captain of the Northern Magic Corps.
Who
He
cares?
has far more experience in battle. His magic is utterly devoid of character, designed to win at all costs. I pity the girl who's up against him now. She'll surely be killed.
Is that so?
And that is where we are left for this episode. Wow.
This show's so great.
I cannot wait to watch the next one.
Yeah, no, me either.
We're rolling right into it. But
it's called Necessary Killing.
Yeah, but before we do that...
I pity the girl who's up against him now. She'll surely be killed.
Right.
Whoa.
Resorting to brute force like this is downright barbaric.
Just beating her to...
I can't
I think this is Mikasa, by the way.
handle them all.
Oh, yeah?
Whoa.
God
shit.
damn.
What are your thoughts on this episode?
Wow, that was super cool. I loved seeing Frieren, like, she's been able to, like, conceal her mana, but to do it to that extent. When they, like, the writer did an amazing job of showing multiple times just how sensitive the little birdies are. So, it, like, what a cool way to demonstrate just how, like, locked down Frieren has that ability.
Yeah, and, like, the way they've set up the fact that that's a very important part of what she does, and, like, that being so well woven into this, very cool. I loved most seeing all of the magic different forms at the end. I want to see just more battle. I'm excited for that. And if you enjoyed that episode, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe down below for Frieren coming every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to see these episodes right now, including the rest of the series, it's all posted to Patreon in its extended full-length forms. We have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's review.
Thank you for watching. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our amazing Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions we answer after every episode of any show we watch, join the link in the description below and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. All right, question 1. Mase Shield asks, Fern comments that Frieren imposed a limitation to her magic for combat. What do you think about her rule about doing simple magic? Do you think Fern is better for it?
I think it's a really smart principle, especially when you're just beginning. I'm curious if at any point in Fern's development, is Frieren gonna say, okay, now maybe we start doing some more advanced stuff? But Frieren in battle so far has, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, has mostly used pretty straightforward spells.
Yeah, basic spells.
Yeah.
Because Frieren says to only use basic magic. I mean, Frieren's gonna know better than anything what works on mages of this era, and maybe because they're using complicated magic, it's not as powerful, and you can channel more power into the basics.
I could totally see that. Also, the idea of, like, when you're in battle, you need to be able to, like, really quickly do things correctly. And obviously, more straightforward, simple things are gonna be more easy to replicate when you're in a stressful situation.
Yeah, I agree. And so sticking to that, like, and the thing is, I'm sure if complicated magic goes wrong, there's a complicated solution needed, but when simple magic goes wrong, it's like, oh no, I used attack when I should have used shield, and then you pull up shield fast, you know, like,
pretty
you can
straightforward.
probably swap between them quicker. We'll see if it's enough to take down a mage of this era, but I agree with you. I think it's just simpleness in battle, being able to do it quickly, not overthinking it, and just gauging the talent of this era.
Like, it's very clean. Like, it doesn't get messy, which I feel like could be an issue with complex magic.
Yeah, and there were more mages in the previous era, so maybe it was more common to fight and it just got reduced down to this, whereas now it's more like an art form. So, like, people have gotten really complicated with it when they don't needlessly in battle. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's something you can do, but you don't need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see, but let's go to our final question. Final question. Olivia asks, what are your thoughts on the different strategies each team uses in this challenge? What would you do?
Well, I like to think that I could just ask the bird nicely if it could hang out in the cage, and I would feed it nice things, and then that's it.
You think you'd find the magic to speak to animals?
Yes.
Would that just be your life's mission?
Yeah.
If that existed?
Yep. That's any, like, oh, what superpower do you want? Talk to animals. I just want to chat with them. There are definitely components of it that would be difficult, but, like, honestly, like, I already think animals think that. Like,
they hate us?
No. But, like, if I'm driving by a farm, I'm already thinking, like, oh wow, like, these animals are just thinking about how much they. If it's like a bad farm, to be clear.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, like, if I feel like having confirmation of that, or if I see, like, a dog with their owner and it's just very clear that the dog is not being taken care of, like, I'm already having the conversation with the dog about how unhappy it is. So I don't think that would change much for me.
Okay. Yeah, I agree that it would overall be a good power. Yeah, the strategy, I mean, I think Frieren's strategy of just suppressing your magic to the point it comes over to you would be pretty dope. Like, I liked her strategy.
Yeah, they ended up with a pretty complex strategy, though, of like factoring in the idea that there isn't any water, so then all the birds are going to be going for water.
Yeah.
So we need to like make a lot of the water unappetizing so that we can like lure them over. That was very clever.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was like just like it had a lot of steps to it, but ultimately was simple in the end. Like,
yeah,
it was just
straightforward.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Used all their strengths.
Totally.
But that's where we're left with this episode. Are we excited for episode 20 of Frieren?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.